Peace, love, and light to the family. Peace, love, and light. Yeah. You already know it's the Galactic one, L. We back cracking spells. Shout out to all the Galactic Guardians, 720 degrees. Shout out to the whole URO, everybody living in the universal right order. Shout out to the House of Consciousness, Connecticut chapter. This message being brought to you by K.O.R TV, Kingdom and Righteousness TV. The show is called Wake Up Sheeple. Y'all already know how I do. We about to jump right into the demonstration. I share to all the great prophets, ancestors, aiders, messiahs, messengers who came before, making the platform available so we could be here today giving you the message. I share Islam. Jumping right into the demo. We're going to talk about health, being that it's Saturday. We're going to deal with health, right? Healing. A lot of us haven't healed from our traumas, dramas, situations, right? So, being alone is part of a healing process, right? You know how you be going through some shit, you don't really want to be bothered. Excuse me. You don't really want to be bothered by other individuals. You need time to yourself to actually get your emotional body right and your mental body right and your spirits right. And so, you tend to shut everything off and, be by yourself, be alone. Alone time, I was telling my bro the other day, is your connection, the closest connection you're going to get to being with God when you're alone. A lot of times when we dealing with people, we distracted and lose sight of a higher mind, a higher Godhead, right? And so when you're alone, you have more time to think, right? And when you think more, you get to use your own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You get to use your own thoughts. And so, depending on the situation that you healing, how you feel about yourself, you're thinking that. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just say somebody dumped you. And now you feel like, oh, they don't love me. But when you alone, you saying, oh, they don't love me. They don't love me. This is the vibration you putting out. Like it's something wrong with you. You got to tell yourself you love yourself. You don't got to worry about if they love you or not. You're supposed to be saying when you're alone, I love me. I love me. I love me some me. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of be on that frequency and mean it. You know what I'm saying? And mean it, because you got to love you before you can love anybody else. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, we dish out this energy of love and we expect things in return. Just breaking down to my peoples the other day, joy. Joy is something that's within, right? And happiness is things that's external. You know what I'm saying? So you wake up with joy every day. It's up to you to activate your joy and feel joyous. People can steal your joy though, so you gotta guard your joy. Joy could be stolen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in you, it's your inner chi. And so people could steal that, like energy vampires, like to steal your joy. And so being alone sometimes preserves that joy. You know what I'm saying? Preserves your joy. Alone ain't so bad as we think. You know what I'm saying? Alone ain't so bad when you think about it, because that's the closest you're gonna get to being with your Godhead. To start building with yourself, the real you, the true you. You feel me? And you get to think clearly. You know what I'm saying? When you're alone. A lot of people don't like to be alone. They gotta start talking to somebody else, being around a crowd of people and da-da-da-da, and they may need that moral support, etc. at times, or that confidence, or that, whatever the external forces give them to make them feel happy. They feel happy if they have somebody around and blah, blah, blah. But do they feel happy when nobody's around? Do they have joy when nobody's around? You feel me? When the smoke and mirrors is clear and everything is all said and done, are you fucking joyous? Fuck being happy. You know what I'm saying? Because happiness is from an external thing, and an external thing is not really promised to you. You know what I'm saying? What makes you happy is going to the fucking spa, getting the treatment. When them shit shut down and all of that, you're gonna be feeling some kind of way because that was something that was there that made you feel happy. You know, and it ain't there no more. It's an external thing. To whereas you meditating, doing rhythmic breathing patterns and mantras and chants, that's something that's joyous. That's something that you possess, you know, and it makes you feel a certain vibe. It puts you on a certain vibration automatically, you know what I mean? Without nobody else, no other external, you know what I'm saying? Nothing else. You don't need nothing else to make you do that. You do it yourself, you know what I'm saying? Within. So understand there's a difference between joy and happiness, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, being alone, we must understand we possess a certain joy with us already. And you don't need nobody to bring you no joy, man. You notice in the Bible, they say, rejoice in the Lord's name. They don't say be happy in the Lord's name. The motherfuckers use the word rejoice. You know what I mean? To have joy over and over and over and over again. You know? So this is where we at. You know what I mean? Being alone can be helpful to you if you utilize it the right way by building with yourself. A lot of people say, you know, they don't like to be alone, you know what I'm saying, for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? But we got to understand that alone time is a blessing, or blessing, should I say it, in disguise, because it's actually connecting you with your God self. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, and I'm not just talking about a couple hours of alone. Talk about days, weeks, months, years of being alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about feeling like you alone when there's just people around you. I'm talking about, you know, you really in your solitude. You know what I'm saying? For a fucking week, for a month, for 2 weeks. You ain't talking on the phone to motherfuckers. You ain't fucking around. You feel me? I mean, you gonna deal with regular society, but at the end of the beginning of the day, you know, you ain't fucking around. So that part right there, you're supposed to take advantage of and tap in to yourself. You know, your Godhead. Because being alone helps heal yourself. That's when you get to kick it with yourself and say, damn, man, I was a fool. You know, let me sharpen up. Let me get past that. Let me move this way now. You get to do all that. But if you so constantly distracted, you never even patched yourself up, man. You never doctored yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we got to do that. We got to doctor ourselves. Can't keep running to a motherfucker always thinking somebody else going to fix the fucking problem. You gotta fix that shit yourself. So, you know, sometimes it's good to be alone because you can figure out how to fix your problems in life. You know what I'm saying? When you alone. You know what I mean? So never despise the alone time. You know, look at it as a chance for you to be closer with God, as you would say. You know what I'm saying? Yourself, the higher aspect of you, the higher Godhead in you. No spooky talk. But it is what it is. Y'all traveling in harmony, man. Walk alone on your path. You know what I'm saying? You're born alone, you're gonna die alone. You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming to the world with all these motherfuckers and all that other shit. You're gonna die by yourself. So why the fuck is you emphasizing external things so hardly? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's good to, you know, utilize and all of that and care and do these things, have consideration for these things. But you alone are you. You know what I'm saying? And when you gone, all this shit gone. So, understand. Traveling Harmony has been another galactic day. Peace.